July. Can't believe I'm saying July already. Valor Community Town Hall. We're going to get started with the presentation here in just a moment once we get that back up. Appreciate everybody taking some time out of their weekend to come hang out. I see a lot of new faces out there. We love that. I'm assuming you guys can hear me, by the way. I haven't tested, but I just assume. Perfect. No, can't hear me. Unfortunate. It's probably for the best. Let's be honest. All right. So Jet is sharing the presentation there. If you all can see it, if you can't, just make sure you click into the chat. You'll be able to see everything, I do believe. All right, we'll get started. So this month, the theme is basically around the end of season 2 and our preparations for season 3. We've already started to see a good uptick in new people coming in, lots of new application and returning players for the new season. So we'd love to see that. So we'll go ahead and go to the next slide. So for those of you who are new, welcome to the Valor Town Hall. This is a monthly community event that we have where essentially we get together. The full leadership team will be here, as many as can be. We talk about any ongoings, upcoming announcements, or events, or anything that we have working on. Anything that working on beside or behind the scenes. Sorry, and yeah, excited to get going here. So as always, our vision and values can be found on our website at vlrgaming.com. We also have them listed out here, but our core of community, respect, inclusivity, leadership, and support. And we'll go on to the next slide. So introducing the kind of the executive leadership team. I'll have everybody introduce themselves. So myself, Prophet, CEO, handle pretty much all the day-to-day stuff. Everybody reports to me, handle a lot of the business end as well as some of the community and guild side. And then I'll bring in Catastrophic to introduce himself.
Yeah, I'm Catastrophic. I'm the COO. I work on the business side, handling a lot of the behind-the-scenes work, like website maintenance, merch shop, different partnerships, things like that. Jet?
Thank you. And thank you guys. Thank you for being here. Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming out to the town hall. I'm Jet. I'm the creative director here at Valor and one of the co-founders. I help run a lot of the behind the scenes stuff like content planning, our branding. I help with events, the stream team support, basically everything that keeps things going and projects moving forward. Today's our chance to check in, share some updates, and make sure everyone's feeling good about where we're heading. So thanks again for being here. And Phil.
Thank you, Jet. I'm Fel. I'm the esports director for Valor Gaming. I manage and oversee all of the raid teams, the Mythic Plus teams, and PvP teams, assist them with any resources, any consumables, any help that they need to make sure their teams run as smooth as possible. I help them set up for tournaments and just rating information for getting strats from Valor Blue down the pipeline down to the other teams so they have an easier time as well. Prophet, I will pass it back to you for Milk.
Perfect. Yeah, so Milk wasn't able to make it today, so just kind of his brief role is our CFO, handles a lot of the finances, taxes, that type of stuff on the more business end side, make sure that we're not putting money where it shouldn't go, and making sure we're not doing anything illegal, because we don't want to go to jail. Anyway, next slide.
And also a reminder, anybody out there that wants to join in our chat, click on the chat window. There's a little bubble on the top right corner, and there's a bunch of people chatting in there about the town hall.
Perfect. So just the additional leadership and staff that support the community. So we have Pitt, our operations coordinator. He handles a lot of working with me, unfortunate for him. Just dedicated to knowing the ins and outs, everything that's going on, just to help coordinate and communicate across the various different departments to make sure we're all staying in the loop. We have Sparks as our human/orc/night elf, whatever race you play in game, HR officer. She's a great resource if you ever need to talk to somebody, have any specific questions that you're, that you more want confidentiality, that type of stuff. Ona, our partners manager, handles a lot of the contacting of our partners and events that we have going on with them. Sick, as I think all of you know, is our community manager. He handles pretty much everything day to day within the community, the Discord, a lot of the community events that you guys see. We have Casper and Venom, two of our moderators. Nomi, our academy lead, who handles a lot of the new guides and tips and tricks that you guys are seeing, as well as some workshops. He's a recently promoted to that role, so we'll have a lot to talk about in a next slide coming up about that. Tenzin, he's our events coordinator, or sorry, our events lead. He helps a lot with the community events and things that are going on behind the scene. We have Ty, who is our ESO general manager. He handles our new Elder Scrolls Online guild. He also has a couple other roles, which we'll get into a little later here. Recon, our digital media lead, handles a lot of the graphics and content editing that you guys see. Admrath, our new stream team manager, he's going to be coordinating with the stream team members to make sure that they're staying up to date on everything that they need to, as well as getting the support on the leadership side that they need. Helix, our social media manager, so handles and monitors a lot of the social media platforms that we're active in. Nemo handles a lot of media relations, so talking to various partners, getting codes, a bunch of different things like that. He's kind of all over the place. We love that. He's a fantastic addition to the community. Dank is one of our new media editors. He's going to be helping out with the social and content team on doing some video editing, clips, or most importantly, the recruiting video that we've been talking about. And then Alchemist is also coming in, or returning to leadership as a media editor. He's going to be helping out with a lot of the articles and things like that that you'll be seeing on our website coming up. There are various leadership openings. You can see there on the left-hand side. Even if there is a role that you think that you would be good for that is not listed, please reach out. We'd love to hear from you. You can open up a mod ticket to get any information about any of those. We are always looking for moderators, recruiters, assistants for events, various different graphic editors and video editors. We are looking for an academy assistant that'll be helping out Nomi, a crafting team lead, an esports assistant specifically for Mythic Plus that'll be working with Fel, and the same with PvP, as well as we have crafting team lead on there twice. Yeah, we have crafting lead team on there twice, but we are looking for a crafting team lead. So if that's something you guys are interested in, open up a mod ticket and we'll go from there. We can go to that next slide, please. So this is our raid, Mythic Plus, and current PvP leadership. Not going to go through every single person here, but you can get a list there. We also have that available in our leadership sections of our raid information. But we have various different people coming in and taking on those leadership roles, which we really appreciate the amount of time and dedication that they have. We can go on to the next slide, which I'm going to bring Sick in for, so you guys don't have to listen to me.
I mean, not that I'm any better necessarily, but I know, I guess most of y'all should probably know me or put up with me. Sick, community manager here. We're going to go over some of the updates and also touch on some things. So it was alluded to earlier, we are still working on a recruitment video, which is also tied into a contest. So if you had the time, please make us a video of, it could be 10 seconds, it could be 2 minutes. If you could talk about us for an hour, that'd be great. We'll just edit it down to what we need. We're essentially just looking for, hey, why do you love Valor? Why do you stay here? Minus the promise of ice cream one day. Information like that we could use to help build a recruitment video so we could put it out there and, strengthen our numbers and just show what Valor is about. And by doing so, we have a contest paired with that for a chance at a $50 gift certificate to Steam. Streaming in Valor, just to touch up on this, because we are a large community. Please, if you are streaming and you are in one of our voice channels, just notate in the status that you are live, and occasionally just remind the folks that say join your channel, hey, just let you know I'm live, just so that way they are aware of it. And beyond that, as you can probably tell, we're a large community. A lot of people know of us, so even if you're not necessarily running, say, a guild group, raid, what have you, with the Valor tag under your name, please just try to keep what you do here, in terms of how you respect one another, you're not toxic. try to still do that and do that outside of events outside of guild, because we do have a large community and people do reach out to us when say we're getting reports of behavior that's not really great for the Valor name. So just keep that in mind, that when you're not necessarily in a raid group on a Tuesday night with Valor, that you still represent us. General
Yeah,
rules reminder.
Sorry,
Oh,
just to touch on that. So essentially, what Six saying, follow the rules everywhere, regardless if you're represent with kindness. So if you're in a pug, we all understand that pugs can go south. Separate yourself from the situation. Ignore people. Don't talk to them. Don't get involved in bickering, blaming, that type of thing. We don't want that. Because it does end up getting back to us. And if it does, it goes against our non-drama and non-toxic policy, we will remove you. It hasn't happened a lot, but it every there's bad eggs everywhere. It happens once in a while. So just as a general reminder that you're always representing the Valor community. Sorry, Sick, please go ahead.
no, I am the bad egg. Anyway, but yes, that was better paraphrased than I did. But yeah, also just general rules and reminders, because again, as some of y'all have seen, beginning of a new season, we're gonna have an influx of returning players, new players, what have you. It is not. It happens here and there when you get the inappropriate solicitation. Heck, hey, can you do this favor for me? Or hey, I need this. Can you help me out in IRL stuff? That's not something that we're about here. We don't support any form of solicitation. So please, if that is transpiring, just open up a mod ticket and, we'll look into it and we'll address it from there. Moving forward, speaking of new people and everyone coming back, I'm sure y'all are aware of our intro channel and the wave feature. We have collectively decided to remove that feature. Not that the channel's going away, but the ability to wave in new members. And the thought process behind that is that every time, and I'm sure some of y'all have experienced it when you joined here, when you wave to that individual, that's a new notification that they receive. So say they join, they get 10 waves, that's 10 notifications. Now say that same person joins in and they're applying to a raid team, they're applying to some aspect that requires a ticket. They're not going to see that notification now because it's going to be inundated with 20, 30 red dots saying you're waved to. And we've also just said, collectively, most people don't like notifications. So it kind of devalues the notification aspect of it. So again, the channel's not going anywhere. It's just that functionality of the wave is. As you are probably most aware, we had community keys on a little bit of a hiatus. I'm going to touch on that in a moment. Community raid lead. We've been doing community keys, but we're looking for a dedicated raid lead for the community raids on Saturday nights. If you would like more info on that, or just more information beyond what I tell you here, please open up a mod ticket. But essentially, it is someone to keep the vibe of what the community raid is. We're all there to have a good time, but it's also someone there in terms of a raid lead that can break down mechanics and help run the group. So not as detailed and stat heavy as a committed raid lead to one of our various teams, but someone there to just help organize and run and explain mechanics and set up mechanics, what have you. Now to the other one, community keys. And as our survey that we have going on has definitely put forth, and I'm one of the people that want community keys back, we are looking for a community key lead. And just some transparency on this. We have always wanted community keys. The reason it's been on hiatus is we haven't had dedicated leads to really do it. And what I mean by that is it takes more than necessarily one person to run it, because we want to have a lead essentially for each group possible. So if that's something that interests you, or you would like some more information on that, please open up a mod ticket. I know I'll be meeting with some higher ups, and hopefully in the coming weeks to get a more set in stone plan, if you will. But again, that plan really can't go moving forward unless we have dedicated leads for that. So again, if it's something that interests you, please reach out. And again, we would love to get it going. It's just a matter of getting leads to do so. Oh, yes. And then for this week in Valor, you're going to start seeing it to be a little bit changed up in terms of how we are doing notifications and what's going on in the guild. So example, we're going to be cutting down, like, I'm sure y'all see me almost like clockwork at certain times of the day. We have this contest, we have this giveaway, we have the recruitment video request, the Goblinaire contest. We're going to actually pretty much consolidate all that into one weekly post, tying in with how we do like this week in Valor. So that way everything's more uniform and in one place. And less pings, because Plofet loves those pings. And you can go to the next slide, please. Plofet. I'm congested. That's my excuse today. Listen, I give you guys this mispronunciation for free, just saying. All right, so we have a couple events coming up, IRL meetups, if you will. We have DragonCon. I am congested, I apologize. August 28th through September 1st. I believe there's a few Valor members going to that. Then we have PAX West, which is the August 29th through September 1st as well. Then we have the Comic-Con in New York, October 9th through 20th. I believe there is talk of some of us going there. I believe we have those in the IRL meetup channel. If someone could link that, so that way that's some of those three are interesting you or they're close by, you can see fellow Valor members that are going there and possibly meet up and see people like me who are annoying in real life. And then we have BlizzCon in 2026, TBA. To my knowledge, we really still haven't gotten much update on that, except that's in September, if I'm not mistaken. But I am sure once we get more definitive times and dates, we will be certainly promoting that, because that's definitely a big event, as you saw in the trailer of the town hall, for not only us as a community, but as the game we play as well. And you can go to the next slide as well, please. Guilds of WoW Guilds of WoW. Well, speaking of Guilds of WoW, we continue to be number one. And just if you're not registered on Guilds of WoW, it would mean the world to us if you do. Out of the, we'll just say a few hundred accounts that we have active, we still have a few hundred that are not registered. So that will just help ensure us keep that number one spot in Guilds of WoW. And Guilds of WoW has been a wonderful resource for, I would say most of you probably found us via Guilds of WoW, not only as a community, but for raid teams and mythic teams. And by us holding on to that number one spot, it just helps facilitate that. Speaking of Guilds of WoW, all the team applications now moving forward will be also being handled through Guilds of WoW. So that way it's less confusion and just kind of redundancy, where I'm sure some of you experience, you give all this information on Guilds of WoW, say, hey, here's my logs, here's what I did, this is what I do, to then get redirected to Discord and do the same thing over again. So we're just doing all that in-house in Guilds of WoW, so that way it's just less repetition for both parties. Another thing we would like to touch on, we are, because the season 3 is right around the corner, we're going to be doing an audit, because the policy here in Valor is that we only allow a maximum of 3 tunes, so essentially 1 main, 2 alts. And some of us have beyond that. I used to be guilty of that as myself. So if you do have that and you're aware of it, please just remove them. It's not like you're removed from the guild. We have Valor 2, which you could put the alt in, but we're just trying to cut back on those alts beyond those 3 numbers, because we are going down to the next item. We are having a crafting team form, and those crafters need access to those extra character spaces, if you will. And as most of y'all have noticed, we are purging probably every other day because we're at cap for guild. So by enforcing that 3 character limit, it's going to help us avoid having to do that even more frequently. And with more community side of things, the events are going to be all now under the guild signups channel in our Discord. So be it community raid, be it community keys when that gets going, anything outside of like obviously your normal raid times, like your raid attendance setups through Guild of WoW, all those signups are now going to be in that one channel. So then again, you don't have to go searching for everything, and also something new might catch your eye. And then some of the stats we have, obviously, as I mentioned, with that little asterisk, we are pretty much at 1,000 members in our guild, Valor 1, almost every day. As you probably have seen me apologize, or Prophet, or Pit, or various other leadership, we're pretty much having to purge every other day. Top item level, which is actually pretty much like a 3-way tie. It keeps shifting every other day because of decimals. Laurie right now is holding strong at 684.69. Highest M plus rating is Hexasaur at 3811. PvP rating is Julio, or I'm gonna say it right one day. If we purged the Wicked Diggy, that'd be me. I'm gone. But anyway, highest for there is 3101. Highest honor level rather is the same. Hoot Heals at 828. And one day Maybe I'll beat him, but Luxie's Mage is still holding strong at 49,185 achievement points. So maybe if someone beats that, I'll give some ice cream. You can go to the next slide, please.
All right, we're gonna bring Fel in. Thank you, Sick. So that is it for community-based updates. We're gonna transition more to specific to WoW stuff. Just a couple of notes on the the alt counts and stuff like that. I understand that a lot of you want to have as many characters in the guild as you can, and we love that. But we do want to make room for other people. That's why we've given options to be able to have those other characters in by either being a supporter or joining the crafting team, which there's plenty of information. Or if you're not sure, just open up a mod ticket. I'll be happy to jump in there to discuss with you. But we do have Valor 2 specifically for those extra alts. So anyway, Fel, we're gonna bring you in. You can talk about season 2 and season 3 for our teams.
Awesome. Thank you, Prophet. So, on the topic of our raid teams here, we currently have a multitude of raid teams that span a variety of goals. Valor Blue is our cutting edge focused team. This was their first season getting cutting edge. They've gotten very close every other season, but this season the team really stepped up with all the new recruits that we had, and they were able to knock cutting edge out of the park to get Valor their first cutting edge achievement. Ravens is our mid to late Mythic Prog team. This season, their goal was 6 out of 8, and they were able to get that accomplished as well. Great job to them. Prism was our early to mid Mythic Prog team. They also hit their goal, 4 out of 8 Mythic. After their change of leadership very recently, Sully has taken over the team for Prism, and he has continued to lead the team to success in line with what Valor looks for in raid leads. Valor Beyond has also been raiding extensively this season. They had a couple of ups and downs with the roster, but they really locked in and managed to hit 2 out of 8 Mythic, which was their seasonal goal, with being the AOTC team, early Mythic team. Insight is our other weekend raiding team next to Beyond. They're also a Mythic Prog team. They haven't started yet. They're still building and forming. They're a very late night raiding team. So if anyone is interested, make sure you check out the application page for apply to a team, and you can get more information. I will skip over the TBA and explain that in a second here. Bronze is our normal beginner-friendly raid team to help people adjust into raiding, especially if they're newer. They raid 1 day a week, and they were able to absolutely crush their goal of normal this season and actually accomplish AOTC as well. Starting season 3, Bronze will be transitioning into only Mythic progression, so they will only be clearing up to normal on the last boss. If raiders are interested in progressing past normal, they will have the option to apply to any of the other teams that are available for Heroic or Mythic Progress onwards. Going back to the TBA team, we are looking to start a new team that is going to be strictly Heroic focused, getting AOTC, very similar to Bronze, just the next step up from it's going to be the next step up from Bronze, sorry. And that team is going to be designed strictly around helping players progress further and further into the game, with being more mechanic intensive in the heroic content and difficulty, and then allow them the same opportunity of applying to a higher level team, whether it be Insight, Beyond, Prism, going up to Ravens, being the late Mythic and end of season CE gold oriented team, and potentially moving up to the cutting edge Valor Blue team. So we are currently looking for a couple of raid leads to start that team off. If you are interested in that position, please feel free to open a mod ticket. Myself and Prophet would love to chat with you to potentially start getting things started for season 3. Next slide, please. So this slide is for all of our other teams, the Mythic Plus teams, PvP teams, and our crafting team, as Sick mentioned previously. So as you can see, we have a lot of teams. Valor Red is our PvP team that has a goal of 1800 rating. They did hit that goal, and they've been, crushing that goal since. Onyx, Ruby, Eclipse, Vanguards, they are our title push higher IO rating teams. All of them currently have destroyed their goals, and they're continuing to climb every single day on their practice nights. Valor Ascendant is still currently forming at the moment, so if you are looking for a team that is pushing for 3K IO or higher, please feel free to apply. Crimson is our 3K IO team. They are just shy of their goal. They just need to push a little bit more. They'll hit it. Valor J and Valor Penguins are still also currently building to get their teams off the ground. If you're looking for a 2500 IO, roughly KSM level team, those are great teams to apply to. Valor Nuggies is our official leadership-based team. They go through the season, they run their keys. They're more designed to be there for different events that Valor hosts. Valor Ducks, I will hold off on for right now. I will let Prophet speak to it at the end of this. And then we have our Valor crafting team, as Sick mentioned previously as well. If teams are full when you do apply, don't feel disheartened. You are always welcome to apply through a mod ticket to form your own team. Myself, Prophet, or one of the other mods or leaders of the executive team would love to chat with you to get you more information on that and help you build out your own team as well. Prophet, if you want to touch on Valor Ducks, please enlighten everybody.
Yeah, so we had, for those that were able to take the time to review our community survey, one of the questions we asked was if we could do some other teams that were not just specific to PvP and Mythic Plus, what would the interest level be? And we did have some people that were interested in like a Delve team. So obviously there's no like Delve tournaments yet, TM, that we know of, but there may be some coming in the community at a later date to be announced, possibly, sort of. So anyway, we do have the option of doing teams outside of M Plus and PvP. So doing a Delve team, so it'll be Ducks, which is a mix of myself, Jet, Sick, Hit, Nomi, Recon. We have a few people on there that we're gonna just kind of forces us to do keys. For those of you who know me, know how much I hate keys, so it forces me to do keys. But I also really enjoy doing delves, and obviously raiding is my favorite thing. But so we'll do some other things that are not just Mythic Plus, and then also we've launched our official crafting team, which is our crafting and gathering team that we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks, which we've started to get a bunch of applications for, which is fantastic. But yeah, that's what Ducks is going to be, and obviously we had to choose Ducks because everybody's made it a quite the meme since the whole duck thing happened with me in Black Desert Online. Anyway, continuing on.
Yep, we can go to the next slide. All right, I will pass this off to my good friend Nomi.
Hello, can everyone hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. I am Nomi. I'm now the academy lead, and a little bit about what we're going to be doing with it is it's going to be more of a tip, from beginner tips to class help to advanced mechanics, anything like that. You have a question, send an academy ticket in, and we'll be able to take care of that. And we'll find someone who is, if it's a certain class, they can help you with that class. If it's a mechanic, we can get someone that's proficient in the raid. Anything you need, we'll be able to help with that. And other than that, I'm going to say, please follow the academy if you don't have the role, because we do put out academy tips probably once, twice a week. And we will be having a workshop coming up on August 3rd at 6 p.m., which is our Welcome to Valor workshop. And it's just for the newer members of the community to kind of get an idea, because like we have a daunting Discord. It's very large, and the structure of everything, teams, available resources we have, how to navigate things. We'll have all the questions and answers that you might have. So please, if you can, follow the academy and roles. If someone, Prophet just linked it. And yeah, hope to hear from you guys if you need any help. Thanks.
Perfect. Thank you, Nomi. We'll go to that next slide. So just a couple of non-Warcraft related things. So for those of you who have been watching our post, we now have an Elder Scrolls Online guild. We've actually had one for quite some time, but wasn't really active. But we have started to bring in quite a few people for that. So if you're ever interested, or you have Elder Scrolls Online, or you play it, just let us know, and we can get you into the guild. You can also go to that same channels and roles and then unlock the channel for that by selecting Elder Scrolls Online. As well as we also do have a Warcraft Rumble guild. Unfortunately, Blizzard has decided to no longer release new content for that. However, it seems like they're still going to be doing new seasons for it. There just won't be new like actual like characters or anything like that. But we are going to continue to support it because we do have quite the active guild, and we've hit the max unlocks every single season since the game released. So if you'd like access to that, you can also go up to that browse channels and unlock Warcraft Rumble access. Rhino is a machine, and we appreciate him and everything that he's done. All right, I'm going to bring Jet over for some content updates.
Hi, everybody. Welcome in. I'm Jet, for those who are joining us. Thank you so much for being here. So some of our content updates here. Sorry, I just had some sirens. We have ongoing community spotlight series that celebrates the incredible individuals who make Valor what it is. Each of these features dives into each member's unique Warcraft journey, how they found their way to Valor, and a glimpse into their life outside of the game. It's a look behind the people. It's a look behind the characters and seeing the people behind those characters. That's on our website. Be sure to check it out. You will get to know a lot of our community members, some new, some that have been here for a very long time since the beginning. So please, I do suggest going to check those out. We also have a content series that I've produced with Recon 108 as well. It's our gold-fueled trivia showdown. Who Wants to Be a Goblinaire is a game show, essentially like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, where contestants answer World of Warcraft themed questions, and they climb the prize ladder and win big gold payouts. So we would love if you were to check that out. We are currently running a contest for that. We have our latest episode, as Prophet linked in our chat there. That is with the amazing Laria. And we have episode 4 coming out later this year featuring Rolly Rods. We have some upcoming content, the Valor podcast. We're going to be doing team recaps. And of course, as you heard earlier, that we are working on a recruiting video. So we would love to see and hear what you love about Valor. And of course, we're always working on stuff behind the scenes and trying to find what works for the community and what is helpful for the community, what's entertaining to the community. So keep your peepers peeled. As many of you know, we do have a Valor Gaming stream team on Twitch. So we would love for you to check those out. You can check those out in the stream alerts. So if you go to channels and roles, there's a stream notification. Every time somebody goes live, you will be able to see when they are live at the time that they go live. So you can see all of our current stream team members there on the left-hand side. If somebody is able to link, there it is. Prophet just linked it in the chat as well. That is our Twitch team for Valor Gaming. You have it in a whole list, all in there. Be sure to follow, go say hi, and forge some new friendships. A lot of people like to go into these chats, meet the streamers who are also very valued community members and involved in, raiding Mythic Plus and all types of content that we do around here. So going into those channels helps you get to know people. There's also other community members that are usually in those chats. So it's a great place to even, group up with people, join in the streamers and what they're doing. And it's, just a good time, something to have up while you're playing WoW, and, you can be socializing at the same time in real time. We also have our stream team applications. So as you can see, we have our benefits. We have tier 1 and tier 2 streamers. So tier 1 streamers, we have a bit of a higher follower requirement, as you can see, because they have a lot more benefits. But we also have our tier 2 streamers. And the tier 2 streamers is what makes up the bulk of our stream team. And this really doesn't have much of a requirement when it comes to followers or the hours that you stream from per month. This is a very, very casual stream stream team member position. So yeah, we are always looking at different streamers, and we would love if you are a streamer and would like to contribute to the Valor content and represent Valor on the bigger stage. Please apply in the server guide and apply for the stream team. And I'm also the lead for the stream team, so you'll be chatting with me. As we mentioned earlier, we are doing a recruitment video, putting together a Guilded community recruiting video to showcase the diversity and passions within our community. Whether you're a streamer, you're an artist, someone who loves the community, we invite you to submit your content for consideration. You don't need to have something that you have, sitting in your folder somewhere. You could make something right now, and that would be amazing, and we would love to hear from you. So we really want to come together and create something that reflects this amazing community that we've built. And if you are ready to submit that content, or you want to know more about the video, please reach out through the Discord and submit a mod ticket as well in our server guide. All right, and I'll be handing that one off. Thank you.
Yep, we're gonna bring Catastrophic in to go over some of the more back-end things.
Yeah, so as some of you are finding out today, we are in fact a business. We are LLC'd. There is a whole nother side of this on the opposite side. And with that comes some financial needs on our part. So if you have the ability and like what we're doing, we are forever grateful for those of you who do support us in multiple ways, but financial as well. You can find the supporter roles in the server shop, that profit linked there, and here kind of lays out those benefits. There was a question earlier in chat about additional alt slots. So for T1 you get 1 slot, T2 you get 2 slots, and T3 you get 3 slots. Crazy how that works, but this is just some way that we can give more benefits to those who decide and are able to support us financially. And so again, we're super thankful. If you have any questions, there's also a supporter channel where everybody can kind of chat and throw out ideas or things that you would like to see. You have a little more direct impact and into kind of the ongoings and future projects. You get those sparkly names too, which really is, the biggest benefit that you can get. So again, thank you to all of our current supporters, and thank you to anybody who may support financially in the future. If you don't have the means to support financially, though, that's perfectly okay, because there are other ways that you can support. If we want to go to the next slide. Each month, we do a hashtag ad stream. Through our Valor Twitch account, the official Valor account, we do a sponsored game every month. We just finished up with Monopoly Go not too long ago, and it was a ton of fun, stealing money from each other and also earning real life money for Valor the organization. So if this is more your speed, where you just want to play some mobile games and also help Valor financially, this is a great way to do it. We posted the link in chat, or you can also scan this QR code. This is mobile only, so you can't use an emulator on your PC, unfortunately, but you can download it on mobile and play the game, excuse me, and support us that way. This month we're doing puzzles and survival. It's a match 3 and strategy game. It's going on for 30 days, so you have plenty of time to level up. And with each level, you hit different incentive goals for us, which we're working on maybe figuring out a way to best display that. So you all have kind of goals to reach towards. And additionally, what we do is during one of the Friday night community nights, we all get together in a channel and just kind of play the game together and just kind of hang out and have a good time. So, yeah, if this is more your speed, we would love to see a lot of community involvement with this as well. It's a great way to support Valor. And yeah, as Prophet mentioned, there's a lot of miscellaneous costs that go into running this business, the website maintenance, but also in-game gold, giveaways that we do. Basically, the more that we're able to kind of sustain the business side, the more we're able to put back directly into the community through different events that cost money, etc. So appreciate that all the time. Buys gold as in like WoW tokens. Let me specify that we are completely Blizzard TOS compliant. Next slide, please. We also partner with various organizations, as you've seen kind of throughout this this presentation. So there's a list of them right there on the side. But we do a lot of different events or promotions for those organizations and with them. We're super happy to support charitable causes as well. Just to name a few: Stack Up, Dungeon Dojo, Make a Wish, Pause Your Game, which we just recently finished up with in the Trevor Project. So far, we've raised almost $2,000 as a community, which is awesome. Just know all that money obviously goes directly to these really deserving organizations. So pat yourselves on the back for that. In addition, we have some other partnerships that we're able to, either give community discounts on just by being part of the community, or offer, special products. So just another way that we partner with other organizations in our space, which is super cool. And then on to the next slide. And I will stop talking, but we also have merch. So we have two merch shops. We have our partnership with Arma that does our official jerseys. You can check out the Valor Pride section to see a lot of people repping their merch there, which is really cool. The jerseys are super comfy, we're really happy with the design. So really great with those. And then we also have kind of our essentials shop where you can find t-shirts, hoodies, drinkware, fanny packs, hats, bunch of different things. If you have suggestions for other merch that you would like to see, you can put that in the suggestions channel. There's a Valor merch kind of subsection in there. And not saying that we can do all of it, but there's a lot of options that we can possibly add. As Prophet mentioned earlier, one of the openings that we're looking for is a merchandiser. So if you have that skill or know somebody who does and who would be interested, feel free to either open up a mod ticket. Actually, yeah, open up a mod ticket, and then I will connect with you. But yeah, and if you do purchase any merch, make sure to dump it in that Valor Pride section and show it off and let us know your thoughts. Okay, we can go on the next slide and I'll pass it back to Prophet.
Thank you, Catastrophic. So that's going to do it for this month's Town Hall. For those of you who want to be included in the end of season screenshot, please log in now. Type a 1 in the guild chat. We'll get you added. Come fly over to us in Dornegal, and we will get you in the screenshot. We'll do that here in just a few moments. Until then, some of the things that we're going to be focused on is obviously our Season 3 preparation as Season 2 winds down over the next couple of weeks. Again, team branded merch, bringing back community keys and community PvP, continuing to review those survey results. If we could get a post in the chat here for the survey link. I didn't actually grab that. I'm sorry. Overhauling our total PvP team system, as well as our Canines Companion fundraiser. And then, yeah, any questions that anybody has, now's a great time to ask while we're getting everybody added to the group. I think somebody's doing the inviting. There we go. Thank you, Sig. Good Cree, we're still getting set up. We're going to be starting that once we get kind of settled in with season 3. We haven't been doing too much, just as we're kind of cleaning up and getting ready on the back end for that new season. Down to do arena, yeah. Open up a PvP application. We do have a pretty decent group that does. Pretty decently sized group that does PvP. We're just trying to expand on that throughout next season. But we do have a group doing arenas and various different things. Yeah, Jekyll and Toasty are great. They're wonderful to work with. They keep trying to convince me to PvP, but I'm trash. One day, maybe. I gotta hit up that Nomi Academy and learn how to PvP. Kat, I'm gonna promote you to assist as well. If we can get everybody over to us, we'll line up around the fire. That's a good idea. We'll line up around the fire. If you could please put your pets, your toys away, and line up kind of by size the best you can. Put any fancy animations away just so we can get a good picture. That would be very much appreciated. Grogan, if you want to open up a mod ticket, we'll be happy to review that with you. I will invite Recon in. If there's no other questions, as always, you can open up a mod ticket. If you have any specific questions, DMs are obviously open, but we do appreciate when you use the ticketing system. It's just much easier for us because there is a lot of us that are getting DMs, and we do have a bunch of stuff going on. So if you open up that mod ticket, we'll be happy to review with you. As well as we have our feedback section, that community survey we really appreciate because it gives us as leaders a direction of what we should be focusing on. Reviewing the 40 or 50 or so surveys that we have so far, it seems to be the most requested thing is bringing back community keys. So that is something we are committed to doing. Again, it's just a matter of finding some leaders that are willing to step into those roles to lead it properly. It's just, the leadership team that we have is fantastic, and they're already dedicating 4 to 5 nights a week, sometimes more, to playing WoW or doing leadership related things. So we know that they need breaks. What day would probably open up a couple of polls, but yeah, typically it's on a weekend. But anyway, if everybody could please get lined up, and then Recon's gonna kind of guide the screenshot here. Thank you, everybody.
Prophet, I think you're standing inside of me.
You were standing inside of me.
Oh my.
Well, I am a big guy. I gotta move over. Or be in the back. All right. So, is everyone here?
Seems that way.
Okay, I can't see chat, so I don't know if people are still
Nope.
joining.
You're good. You're good.
All right. All right. This will be quick and painless, I promise. At least for me. And we're done.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Appreciate everything that you guys do. If you have any questions, please let us know. Enjoy the last couple weeks of the season, and we will see you back here for season 3.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Have a wonderful day.